I remember the days when they used to talk about triple bum G. Triple bum G. Triple G just be fighting bums and turds. Well, Terrence Crawford be talking all this shit to Errol Spence, but who's he gonna fight next? Somebody serious? No. Gavaliauskas. Just now we gonna have to call Terrence the Bum Slayer. Because that's what he doing. He only fighting bums. And then you stupid ass fans. I'm gonna go in y'all face. Y'all stupid ass fans gonna say, Kell Brook, he damaged goods. But he fighting Gavaliauskas. Get the fuck out of here. Now tell me this. Terrence Crawford don't go to no Errol Spence fights. If you're interested in a fight, then you actually go and watch them fight, right? Errol Spence went to an event that Terrence Crawford was in, looking for Terrence Crawford, and talked to his bum ass. Okay? I'm going to go there. I'm going to start shit talking right now. He went looking for but he's afraid to face Terrence Crawford. He's the only dude. He's the only motherfucking dude mentioning Terrence Crawford's name. Now, Sean Porter started to mention Terrence Crawford. He was the only guy. But he afraid to face Terrence Crawford? Terrence Crawford said, pull your panties up. First of all, who got panties on? The fact that you got to talk about panties means that's probably what you wear, Terrence. You understand what I'm saying? You don't know about men's underwear. Because your little coon ass be hiding behind Bob Arum fighting top rank fighters. Okay? That's what your coon ass be doing. And don't tell me about PBC. Kell Brook ain't a PBC fighter. And according to you, there is no separation. There is no across the river. Because you fought a couple PBC fighters like John Molina, the punching bag. Oh, yeah. He's pound for pound #1 fighting bums. That's what he is. I'm going to start shit talking now. You know why I can shit talk? Because I got a confidence. That the bigger welterweights will whoop his ass. They'll whoop his ass. Not immediately. Down the stretch. They got to soften him up first. And then they will whoop his ass. He'll get an ass whooping. All right? Because I can shit talk too. Not just your guys. I can shit talk too. Right? Terrence Crawford with his bum-ass trainer, Bomac. Bum-ass trainer. I'm going to start shit talking because I got confidence. I know Errol going to beat his ass when he face him. He going to beat his ass. I know that already. All right? I know it. Smoke and mirrors. Now it's time for shit talking. Smoke and mirrors. That's what that bum-ass guy is. He pound for pound #1. Gennady Golovkin was pound for pound #1. What the fuck does that mean? ESPN give him that. Fighting cab drivers. Now he gonna fight another cab driver, Gavaliauskas. Who the fuck is he? I watched his fight against Ray Robinson. He ain't shit. Ray Robinson beat him. And Ray Robinson ain't shit. But you gonna feast off of bum ass bums? Get the fuck out of here. Really? Please. Terrence ain't beating shit. He ain't doing shit. He ain't doing shit to Errol. He ain't doing shit to Sean. Bob Arum is a real punk. Like I said, fuck Bob Arum. I'm gonna start with it. I'm going in. Today I'm going in. All right? Fuck Bob Arum. Bob Arum is one of the biggest bum-toting assholes we have ever seen out here in boxing. First, Manny Pacquiao. Remember Manny Pacquiao? Manny Pacquiao started really fighting people, serious people, after he crossed to the PBC. Who was he fighting with? Bum-ass Bob Arum. All right? He fought Antonio Margarito after he got his ass handed to him by Shane Mosley. Do we remember this? Right? Remember, Bob Arum started calling out, talking about Floyd's afraid of Margarito. Shane Mosley goes and levels Margarito. Then we find out Margarito was cheating. Oh shit, Bob Arum was promoting a cheater. I'm gonna go in on Bob Arum. Bob Arum gonna get it today with his bum ass self. All right. Bob Arum has Tyson Fury facing who? Who's Tyson Fury facing on ESPN? Otto Wallen. Who the fuck is he? And then he gives Tyson Fury all the like Conor McGregor would say, Who the fuck is he? And then that bum ass Tyson Fury faces bum ass Otto Wilder. Who did he face before that? Anybody remember the name? I remember his surname was what? Quartz? No, Schwartz. Okay? And Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford faces Jeff Horn, the weakest fucking welterweight champion of all fucking time. Jeff Horn, who just got knocked the fuck out by another no-name guy that I don't even remember his name, but I know that Peter Quillen knocked his ass out. Kell Brook beat him. And you get your ass knocked the fuck out by that dude. That is so fucking embarrassing. Jeff Horn. Yeah, okay. You beat Manny Pacquiao. Okay. You wasn't supposed to though. You was set there to be beaten. But Bob Arum. Fuck face Bob Arum. I'm going to go in on Bob Arum. Yes, he's done a lot for the sport of boxing 20 years ago. 20 years ago, Bob Arum did something. These days, Bob Arum is shit. Bob Arum to do a lot of shit, okay? You want to call back the Muhammad Ali days. Those days long since gone, just like Danny Garcia's super lightweight days and Terrence Crawford's. They're long since gone. What have you done for me lately, Bob Arum? What have you done for us lately? But give us some mismatch matchups. We got to go to the zone to see your fighters actually fight somebody. Nobody on ESPN doing anything. Lomachenko not even fighting on ESPN. He had to fight on the zone. Because what? Who does Lomachenko face on ESPN? Anthony Corolla. Another fucking mismatch. Bob Arum, the king of mismatches and cherry picks. When Manny Pacquiao was with Bob Arum, we got the sensational win against Miguel Cotto, only to find out that Miguel Cotto was weight drained. Fuck Bob Arum. Even Antonio Margarito got to be on a catch weight. Everything's a catch weight. We used to call Pacquiao the catch weight king because of fucking Bob Arum. If you haven't realized by now, I don't like Bob Arum. Terrence Bud Crawford. Bob Arum's errand boy. He can only do what Bob Arum wants him to do. And he had to sit his little punk ass down and watch Tyson Fury be promoted by Bob Arum, even though it still flopped like shit because his pay-per-view didn't do nothing. Watch Tyson Fury be flunkety-flunk and Lomachenko be flunkety-flunk promoted by Bob Arum. Bob Arum does an excellent job of promotion. He has his little engine, ESPN, sometimes the Ring Magazine works with him because you don't see much PBC fighters in the Ring Magazine and pound for pound. Oh, fuck no. Oh, fuck no. But Bob Arum stuff. Oh, yeah, everybody's still kissing Bob Arum's ass. Well, fuck Bob Arum. Fuck him. Fuck him. His era's over. The way how boxing was done under Bob Arum, and how he fucked over Don King. Fuck Bob Arum. It's his turn now. Fuck you. You're gonna sit. You have Terrence Crawford sitting down like a drone, squeaking like a fucking little piece of shit, yelling out, "Oh, nobody wants to face me," because your stingy ass can't pay fighters to face Terrence Crawford. They're not gonna do it for free. Nobody's gonna do it for free. But if you price it so low, they won't come at Terrence Crawford. Because Terrence Crawford going to get his ass beat by Sean Porter. Sean Porter would mop the floor with his ass. Mop the floor with his ass. In the later rounds, 10, 11, 12, yeah, beat the shit out of him. He'll beat him up all through the fight, actually. All through the fight, he would just be getting his ass beat. Fucking hype. All y'all fans out there eating Bob Arum's Kool-Aid. You're drinking his Kool-Aid and you're eating his Kool-Aid. Fuck y'all. I can shit talk too. All day. I like how Errol said, fuck the pound for pound. He know what he mean. What did Terrence do to earn that? What did he do to earn pound per pound? He the number one welterweight according to Ring Magazine or some shit like that. Right? He the number one welterweight. Doing what? Facing who? It's not just how you look, it's the level of competition you face. How he the number one welterweight? We're going to look at super lightweight days? Okay, let's look at it. Oh, Terrence Crawford was the last undisputed champion. Facing who, motherfucker? Facing who? Who did he face to become undisputed? His greatest challenge in trying to face to be undisputed was Victor Posto. Victor Posto's ass just got beat by Josh Taylor. Not Josh Taylor. What's the kid? The kid that's about to face Reggie Prograis. He beat his ass. Outboxed him. What's the same? I guess that guy's as good as Terrence Crawford. You would say, well, Terrence beat him when he was undefeated. Fair point. Fair point. Undefeated because what? Victor Posto hadn't he hadn't faced the English kid yet. Y'all, you see, y'all tripping, man. Y'all tripping. Terrence can fight on the inside, on the outside. He can fight in mid-range. He can do it all. He got boxing skill and he's southpaw. Terrence Crawford can do the same things Errol Spence can do. It's like telling me Canelo's gonna beat Andre Ward. If Andre Ward come out of retirement, get 2 tune-ups, and he face Canelo gonna beat Andre Ward. That shit ain't gonna happen. It never will. Why? Because Andre Ward can do all the things Canelo can do. And y'all don't seem to understand that. Canelo versus Sergey Kovalev is a totally different picture because Sergey Kovalev is vulnerable to the body and he an outboxer. That's all he do. He don't have no inside game. He has no mid-range game. And that's Canelo's forte. That's why I said Canelo will beat him. But don't get it twisted, motherfuckers. If the bigger fighter can do all the things the smaller fighter can do, obviously the bigger fighter gonna beat the smaller fighter. It's common sense. Unless the smaller fighter has that much more skill than the bigger fighter. Answer me this. Floyd Mayweather Jr. You know his skill sets. Who has he faced that's bigger than him with around about the same skill sets that he has? Inside game, outside game, mid-range game. Who has he faced like that? That's bigger than him. Canelo? Fair enough. Canelo. Who else? And the only reason why Floyd beat Canelo, we all know, is experience. He was that much better than Canelo. Canelo was still starting his career, had a lot to learn. Okay. Floyd was at the end of his career. All we had to wonder was he athletically sound enough and strong enough to be able to fight alongside Canelo? And we got our answer, right? Floyd is in a whole different other class to Canelo, right? That's the only reason why he beat him. Canelo do more or less the same things Floyd do. So, like I said before, Terrence Crawford is not head and shoulders ahead of all these welterweights. Fuck no. He is not. And all you people putting him up on that plateau, you're going to have to knock that fucking plateau down by the time he gets his ass beat twice. Or 3 times. Or even 4 times. Unless Bob the fuckface Arum protects him and keeps him away from those guys so he never has to face them. Because Arum already, he's smart enough to understand Terrence can't go through all them welterweights. We're going to just pick Errol Spence and he going to go after him and that's how he going to get the top title. That bullshit don't fly. If Terrence Crawford only fighting scrubs, he only fighting scrubs straight through, it ain't gonna fly. He ain't Roberto Duran. And Roberto Duran at least faced Carlos Palomino before he faced Sugar Ray Leonard. He had a tough test before he faced Sugar Ray Leonard. Floyd Mayweather faced Tony Pep before he faced Gennaro Hernandez. Not saying that Tony Pep was a great fighter, but he was a titleist contender. Multiple times. Who's the fucking titleist contender that Terrence Crawford? Forget titleist contender because he already was a world champion and then he just beat a world champion. Who is some guy on the level of these welterweights that he can face to show me that he's ready for these welterweights? Fuck that. Y'all say he can beat him. All right, put him in there with him then. Fuck it. Right? Fuck it. We just look at it. We just do the eye test and put him in there with them. This is not the same thing as Lomachenko versus Devin Haney. It's not the same. It's not the same thing as what the fuck? Bring me the other guy. All right. Lomachenko has a limited game. So I knew how to beat Lomachenko, and I'm suspecting a lot of other people are seeing it. He got a limited game. Devin Haney have all-around game. It's a totally different story. We're talking about guys with all-around game, or guys who can do so many different things. Sean Porter can do so many different things. Plus, he's an inside fighter that makes you fight on the inside. Errol Spence have all-around game, right? Keith Thurman's more of an outboxer, but he can fight on the inside a little bit, right? Fucking Danny Garcia's a counterpuncher. That's what the fuck he do. He counterpunch. He love to trade. So if you don't understand this shit, you know what I'm saying? If you don't understand this shit, you looking at Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is like one of them, except he's small. Terrence Crawford is like one of them. He's like one of the dream team, right? He's not shut out. But y'all making it sound like he's some boogeyman or some shit. When last y'all ever seen a boogeyman? All right, let me ask you this. If Terrence Crawford was really serious about getting a fight with Errol Spence, he would have been there the fight night after Sean Porter to jump in the ring and say, hey, man, what's up? Because that's what Tyson Fury did to Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury came inside the ring and confronted Deontay Wilder. It was many years ago, but nonetheless, he did that. All right? That's how that fight actually happened. If you really thirsty for a fight, you wouldn't sit down in your little nest and not go watch the other fighter fight. You're going to watch them on TV. You're going to watch them live. If you're really serious, Errol Spence went down. He went down by Terrence Crawford. He went down and visited him face to face, man to man. He didn't sit on Twitter sending little or go on TMZ like a little punk sending messages. He'd have find him. You know what I'm saying? And that's the real thing. That's how it used to be back in the day. Men used to jump in the room. Shane Mooley, crashed Floyd Mayweather's party and started talking about him and Floyd having it. He stepped into the ring. Danny Garcia did that too. He stepped up into Errol Spence. He jumped in the ring one time. He's like, hey, man, time for me to get a piece of that. That's what you got to do. Errol Spence got a lot of options. Pacquiao, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter reach match, Terrence Crawford. Everybody calling out Errol Spence, and it's cool. But at the end of the day, I personally would love to see Errol Spence face Terrence Crawford next. Me personally. So y'all would understand that this dude is overhyped. Y'all overhyping the dude now. And y'all making it sound like he's Demetrius Andrade, which is not the same case again. Demetrius Andrade case is totally different. Demetrius Andrade is in the same fucking network as Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez said he want to unify the division, meaning the undisputed champion. He want to collect all the belts. And then even if he got stripped of the IBF, he could still collect the WBOs to say he had all the belts at some point in time. What does Canelo do? Have I ever accused Canelo of ducking? No, I never accused him. But he was looking for every single fight except for Demetrius Andrade. They say his name was in the listing, but every single fight we heard about Callum Smith, we heard about fucking Jaime Munguia, we heard about Triple G, we heard about Sergey Kovalov. No word on Demetrius Andrade. He kept that out of his mouth. Errol Spence is mentioning Terrence Crawford every chance he get. He mentioned his name. He not afraid to face Terrence Crawford. He went and saw Terrence Crawford face to face. He not afraid of Terrence Crawford. And we know it's a promotion that Terrence Crawford's doing, but my point is, y'all fans taking it to heart. And y'all so stupid, y'all ain't realize. And y'all talking to me about threats. Y'all forgot what happened to the last prediction, but it's okay. See, I give reasons for my predictions. Y'all motherfuckers don't say nothing. Y'all don't give no reason. Y'all just riding blindly. So when he gets his ass beat by Errol Spence or by Sean Porter, y'all have something to say to me, because I would love to bet all of y'all. I would love to bet all of y'all. It would have been a nasty bet too, because y'all had to pay up. I would bet all of y'all, because I know what I see. I understand this game a little bit. And y'all overhyping the dude. Jessica Jimeno says, shoot, I can't hear you, but I'm 100% sure I agree with you. I think it's my phone. Let me see what's up. This good gentleman says, you know how I feel about Bud. I resigned with Aram, but want to whine about how I can't get the good fights. Crawford. This man. Crawford trying his best to get a fight. But my true point is, Intangible Boxing says, Kell Brook is truly, totally shot. Fuck out of here, Intangible Boxing. Get the fuck out of here. So Bud can fight Kavaliauskas, who can't even fight. He can't even box. But Kell Brook is totally shot. So let me get it straight. 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 Kell Brook is shot. But fucking Kavaliauskas is not. I mean, wait. Because y'all is real coon ass bitches right now. You telling me you give him a fucking pass on Kavaliauskas. You giving him a pass on Kavaliauskas, right? You giving him a fucking pass on Kavaliauskas. A no-namer who can't fucking box for life. But Kell Brook is shot. Kell Brook at least can give him a fight for at least 4, 5, 6 rounds. Get the fuck out of here. Might even win the fight. Shit. He's a big, legitimate welterweight. I don't care. And his eyes seem to have been healed up. So I don't even understand. I know Terrence can't knock him out. You know why I say that? I'm going to tell you why. Terrence Crawford hasn't stopped Amir Khan. Amir Khan ain't got no damn chin, man. He ain't got no damn chin. If he couldn't stop Amir Khan, okay? If he couldn't stop Amir Khan, it's in the 7th round, how the fuck you gonna stop Kell Brook, who's a big, strong, bona fide welterweight? Get the fuck out of here. Man, he fucking ducking Kell Brook. And they made it sound like Kell Brook didn't want to fight with him. Then I hear Kell Brook on TV talking about he want to face all the welterweights and he training with Dominic Ingle, man. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's propaganda bullshit. Right now they try to do propaganda bullshit so that Sean Porter wouldn't face him either. Man, fuck out of here. Bud shot Horn out and Horn beat Manny. Which means what? Who has Horn beat since then? Horn just got knocked the fuck out. What the fuck you talking about, man? Big brother in life. Loma can only fight on the outside. Not on the outside, bro. Mid-range. He's a mid-range fighter. Like Gennady Golovkin. William Baker. Do you think Bud is fighting weak opposition while he builds up his physical strength? Coming up from 140 is tough when you got Porter and Spencer here. Yes, that's what I was telling you, man. That's my point. He's trying to build up strength to be able to handle these 147 pounders, because they're not normal 147 pounders. They're big 147 pounders. So he has to build that strength. Correct. But what Bob Arum's trying to do is he's trying to create this image that Bud is a monster knocking out everybody left, right, and center. And he's also skillful and smart. And these guys are ducking him because of his performances. But really, Bob is lowballing these guys so they wouldn't face Terrence Crawford. Michael. Bud is barely able to knock out a one-legged fighter, but they criticize Spence for not being able to KO Mikey and Porter. Exactly. Exactly. You're talking about levels in boxing, right? Mikey Garcia's way up here, right? Porter's way up here. Bud be fighting scrubs, man. Jose Benavidez. Oh, he was a promising prospect. He was undefeated. You know, that's why I tell you guys. That's why I keep on telling you guys, undefeated don't mean shit. I keep on telling you guys that. Gennady Golovkin fought Steve Rolls. Wasn't he undefeated? What did that mean? He fought Dominic Wade. He was undefeated too. What did that mean? What does it mean? Right now, Kavaliauskas, he's undefeated. Watching him box. He's shit. He ain't shit. No disrespect to him. He know he trying the best he can. But he ain't shit. Okay? There's a lot of undefeated fighters out here. That don't mean shit. Oh, young in his prime and undefeated. Bullshit. Michael, Bud was barely able to knock out. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You guys must see through the shit, man. You must see through the shit. The smoke and mirrors, man. Bud fuck ass Crawford. I know I'm really going in on Bud, but I don't really hate Bud or anything. I'm just saying the way how fuck ass Bob Arum is doing things. Y'all must really feel I hate Bob Arum. I don't hate Bob Arum, by the way. Hey, I don't know him personally. I don't know Bud personally. I don't know Triple G personally. I'm talking about the image that people are portraying of these people. And usually they're Bob Arum fighters. I'm not saying Bob Arum don't get good fighters. Lomachenko's a hell of a fighter. Shakur Stevenson's a hell of a fighter. Bud is a hell of a fighter. That's not what I'm saying. It's how people can just magnify these guys. All of a sudden, everybody's mind has just gone to the fucking crapper. They're entranced by these fighters. I remember people saying Triple G beat Canelo. Up to this day, nobody can explain to me how Canelo, he got a spot-free face. Triple B's face is all puffy after the first fight. But no, Adelaide Bird's scorecard was a travesty. Either Canelo's an incredible hook, or my God, Triple G didn't really touch him for the most importantly for most of the fight, and it's Canelo doing the damage on Triple G. But see, there's a certain cloud of stupidity that comes over people, and all reasoning goes out the window, and that's what we call fucking fandom. That's what we call fanboyism. People can't see through that fanboyism all of a sudden. So everybody's rating Terrence Crawford as the best because the authorities and people said so, and Bob Arum said so. It's calling all the other welterweights a waste of time, and we just need to see Bob versus Errol, not understanding Bob Arum put that out there. So all y'all motherfuckers are assholes. I'ma diss all of y'all. I got enough to share everywhere. Y'all are assholes. To think that Terrence Crawford can just come into the division, this particular division, with these particular welterweights and just dominate. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. And I can say it now with power and authority because I just realized there's certain pieces of information that just came to my attention, and I just realized Bud ain't doing shit to Errol. He ain't doing shit to Errol. When that fight comes down, you're going to see what I'm talking about. He ain't doing shit to Errol. He ain't doing shit to Sean. And he better fight somebody to prepare him for these guys because these guys are on a totally different level. I understand what Terrence Crawford is doing, but it's stupid. Because he should be looking at any fucking welterweight he could get his hands on right now. Not no fucking Gavaliauskas. Who the fuck is he? And I'm not disrespecting Terrence Crawford because I really hope that he does very well in his career. But if you ask me, the toughest division right now for him, out of all his experience, is going to be the welterweight division. But he trying to get everything in one swoop. He trying to take the king of the division, the current king of the division, which is Errol Spence. He want to get him. He want to go after Errol Spence, and then he ain't got to go after nobody else after that. That's the game plan. That's the game plan. And y'all so stupid, y'all fall for it. Y'all stupid. I'm going to say it again. Y'all stupid. I'm going to clown y'all ass. William Baker says, I think he has more chance against Spence than Porter. Bud is very elusive in the exchange and might be able to outland Spence, but he can't escape. He ain't outlanding shit. Spence expertise is going to the body. How you going to get elusive? How you going to move out of the way of those punches? It's body punches, man. Porter couldn't move out of the way of those punches. How the fuck is Terrence Crawford going to move out of the way of those punches? This is not Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvin Hagler. Y'all got it twisted. I just watched that fight. Errol Spence is clinical, man. And whereas Marvin Hagler wasn't really an outboxer, more of an in-boxer, in-fighter. He would leap in with whether it's orthodox or southpaw, he would leap in with his shots. Errol don't do that. Errol have a long reach, like Bud. He got a long reach. And Errol snipes you, man, and stays in perfect balance. I watch you. Marvin Hagler going all off balance and shit. And then Marvin Hagler so fucking slow. Sugar Ray Leonard so blitzy fast. Sugar Ray Leonard, through a combination, spun around Marvin Hagler. He had time enough to tap Marvin Hagler on his back. Hagler was slow as fuck, man. Slow. Oh. William Baker says he has more chance. Bud's ready. Okay. Michael says fans use the boogeyman excuse so they don't have to fight real competition. That's what's happening now. Crawford has done nothing at welterweight division. Thank you very much. Thurman, Garcia, etc. deserve the Spence fight more than Bud. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You know, this is what Bob Arum does. Did Pacquiao deserve the Mayweather fight? Fuck no. He didn't deserve it. He never did. Does he deserve a rematch now? Fuck no. Right? But Arum makes people think that Pacquiao's all that. Who did Pacquiao face coming up to the Mayweather fight? Let's recap after the Marquez knockout. Brandon fucking Rios. Brandon fucking Rios. Yeah, that was his comeback fight. Brandon fucking Rios. Y'all remember that? Then I think it was Timothy Bradley. Timothy Bradley was always his crutch. I think he had the second fight with Timothy Bradley, something like that. And then Chris Algieri, a 140-pounder, he pulled up to welterweight to face Bob fucking Arum. Who was Floyd facing in the interim? Marcos Maidana. He was facing it was Marcos Maidana and Canelo Alvarez. So Floyd's fighting the tougher competition, and fucking Pacquiao fighting scrubs, except for Timothy Bradley. Brandon Rios was a scrub. Chris Algieri was a small guy. And they tried to make it sound like Chris Algieri was the same size as Pacquiao. A guy who never fought at welterweight. And then you had, of course, good old Timothy Bradley. You know, the plantation slave who will do anything for his master. Because he ain't fighting nobody outside the top rank. Oh, man. I'm just saying. I'm going in today. I'm going to go in on you clowns, man. I'm going to go in on y'all. Because it's really annoying, man. You know, that's Bob Arum for you. You know what I'm saying? Smoke and mirrors. William Baker said, Bud getting knocked down by Gamboa. Shit. Is not a great sign. Not only that, but that was little ass Gamboa. Got a little bit more skill, a little bit of speed, a little bit of skill. And he was beating Crawford. I'm not saying Crawford is easy. He's not run over. I'm not saying that at all. He's a good fighter, and he will give certain fighters good fights. Mikey Garcia, I think he beats Mikey Garcia. Danny Garcia is going to be a very competitive fight. Because every time Terrence tries to get into Danny going to try and counter his ass. And Danny got a lot of pop. A lot of pop. Okay? So, you know, that's what Danny do. Danny's like Marquez. You know, Danny will walk your ass down. And he can cut off the ring very well. Something that Marvin Hagler did not do against Sugar Ray Leonard very well. Have you ever watched the channel Bruce Vane? Not really. Michael says, that guy is the biggest hater I've ever seen in my life. Okay. Cool. I don't know who that is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to call out some names. I'm going to call out some people next video. I'm going to call out some people who be talking. And I'm going to call out some people who be talking. It's something I saw. That's why I'm so bold right now. I'm extremely bold about what I'm saying. And I'm not saying that Terrence Crawford actually has any flaws. He does, but every boxer does. I'm not going to go into that. But I'm just speaking to his strengths. You got to understand. You got to be strong enough to keep fighters off of you. You understand what I'm saying? You know, Porter's very aggressive. He's going to get inside the paint. He's going to get inside the pocket. He's going to get in there. How do you keep him off of you? Clinching is not enough. Gennady Golovkin tried to clinch to keep Derevyanchenko off of him. That didn't work, right? So you can only do so much, especially when the clinch is broken. you know, certain fighters, man, as soon as you break the clinch, they're on you. You know what I'm saying? And that's Sean Porter. And then the other thing is, I don't think people understand boxing. If they did, man, they wouldn't be talking like that. Now, Crawford has a good chance against fighters like Pacquiao. He got a good chance against Pacquiao. It's probably a 50, 55, maybe 45 fight. I favor him there. I favor him with Danny Garcia slightly. but it's gonna be a tough ass fight for him, especially this Danny Garcia is trouble. I favor him against Mikey Garcia. I think he beats Mikey Garcia. Um, Keith Thurman, man, that's. I mean, we will see what happens with Keith Thurman's hand first, because his hand is damaged. So based on that, we would really know. But Keith Thurman's a dude, man. Shit. Keith Thurman's a dude that's a problem. He's a problem. I told you the guys that run the welterweight division was Sean Porter, Kell Brook, Keith Thurman, and Timothy Bradley. I said this way back in 2000 and whatever. Timothy Bradley's gone. Kell Brook has been dethroned by Errol Spence. So we got Errol Spence right now, Keith Thurman, Sean Porter. Okay? That's the guys we have right now. And now Manny Pacquiao's up in the mix. And we also got Terrence Crawford, but I don't count Terrence Crawford because Terrence Crawford has to still face somebody in the welterweight division to get my attention that he could handle these boys. I don't think he can handle these boys right now. I truly don't believe it. Not the size of these guys. We're talking about Thurman. Thurman walks around, what, 165? Sean Porter's a 168 pounder. Errol Spence is a 175 pounder. Terrence Crawford's probably 158, 155. Danny Garcia is probably 160. Okay? That's some huge welterweights there, man. We're talking big welterweights we're talking about in this division. And I'm just saying now, all right, William Baker, shout out, man. Blessings to you, man. I'm just saying that you gotta understand what I'm saying. Like it, I don't think people get what I'm saying. Okay. At least these big welterweights need to have some sort of weakness or something. They can't be brutally strong. These welterweights are strong. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of you guys don't understand what I'm saying. I'm not talking about power. I'm not talking about none of that shit. I'm talking about strong, physically strong. Physical strength means something in boxing. It does. Because it tells me if I can push a fighter into a corner, if I can put all my weight down on him and bear down on him, tire him out. If I want to clinch him up and lock him up and turn him, I can turn him. You know, I can physically maneuver him if I want to maneuver him. Okay? Because I'm physically stronger than he is. Okay? Floyd had underrated physical strength, but you got to understand Floyd faced very few true welterweights. Very few. Maybe 2, 3 in his entire career. True welterweights. You saw Floyd was throwing punches at Andre Berto, and Berto was walking through that shit. But Sean Porter was able to manhandle Andre Berto because he was physically stronger than him. Right? Victor Ortiz, Robert Guerrero. When you see Floyd fight Robert Guerrero, he wasn't trying to physically go toe-to-toe with Robert Guerrero because Robert Guerrero could manhandle Andre Berto. So Floyd had to be careful with Robert Guerrero. He had to be careful with Canelo Alvarez. He had to box them dudes. He had to be careful with, what's his name? Victor Ortiz. He wasn't trying to physically manhandle Victor Ortiz. He was boxing him. Okay? And Victor Ortiz didn't know how to use his physical strength properly. Otherwise, he should have just barred down on Floyd and start pressing on him and clinching him up, locking him up, and turning him around. But Victor Ortiz chose to boot him, which was the wrong way to go. Right? I saw Sean Porter use the shoulder on Errol Spence. I saw Errol Spence use the shoulder on Sean Porter. Physically, they were rough, strong guys. Right? I'm gonna put this out there for you guys to understand. Sugar Ray Leonard walked around the tops 160, 162, okay, in his entire career, okay. He fought at 168, but he never made. I think the most he ever made was 162 and a half, okay. Leonard's a small dude compared to these welterweights. Small. Leonard's small compared to these welterweights. Buddy McGirt, small compared to these welterweights. Terry Norris, small. He was super welterweight, and he's small compared to these welterweights. What's his name? Mildred Taylor, a small dude compared to these welterweights. You get what I'm understanding? You understand what I'm saying? Y'all need to get a context to what I'm talking about. These welterweights are huge. They're big dudes. Errol Spence is basically a light heavyweight when he's not boxing. Like Canelo, he's the same size as Canelo. Do you understand that? Going all the way down to 147. He a bigger dude than me, physically. Right? Sean Porter's a much bigger dude than I am, physically. Shrunk down into welterweight. And when you start to picture what I'm saying, now you understand why these guys, they can take punishment and they can take punches and they're strong. And you're talking about brute strong. Brute strong. Okay? The Porter's bigger than Sean. Porter's bigger than Errol. And Terrence is only 158. Walk around. Put that into perspective. Make that make sense in your stupid head. Keith Thurman, as much as he was in fight weight, he walked around 157, whatever. Keith Thurman blew up all the way up to 170 something, 180. And he's 5'7". They're massive welterweights. Okay, Kell Brook probably walk around 172, 170 something. He boiled all the way down to try to make it down to 147. You gotta understand. That's why he could have gone up to middleweight and faced Gennady Golovkin at middleweight, because his size. He's big. All right? These welterweights would kill the welterweights of the past. Except for Pernell Whitaker. And Floyd, maybe. It'd be hard for Floyd still. Right? Tito Trinidad looks like a little guy compared to these dudes. And Tito was a big welterweight. I want you guys to understand the kind of welterweights we have now. Because a lot of you just don't get it. They don't get it. You got to build strength for these guys. These guys are physically very, very strong. Clarissa Shields, who's a super middleweight, right? Boiled down into right now, she's trying to get down to super welter. Clarissa Shields said she sparred Errol. She said he's very, very strong. Now imagine Sean Porter, who's stronger. You know what I'm saying? Physical strength does matter in this case. Especially when those guys can do more or less the same things that Terrence Crawford can do. What's happening? What's happening, people? Why can I not get anything? Live chat. Top chat. Okay, there you go. All right, people. So I want to speak on that and a number of other things. You know, a lot of people are saying, you know, how, well, some people at least are saying how, you know, Terrence Bud Crawford, they're riding with Terrence Bud Crawford. Look, man, you can ride with whoever you want to ride with. I'm not mad at y'all. But at the end of the day, the hype train on these guys is what annoys me sometimes. You know, people need to bring it back down to earth. This man is untested at welterweight. We don't know what he will do against this set of welterweights. We don't. This is a totally different division, and this is probably the most testing, trying division of Terrence's career. Okay? And then if he goes up higher to super welterweight, it's going to be even more testy. It's because you got some more killers up there. And they're even bigger than this set of killers down in welterweight. So, I mean, but you know, it's an incredible time for welterweight division because you got so many great welterweights in it. And so I can't wait to see all of them face each other. And Showbiz the Adult said, don't make it sound like one welterweight is clearly defined over the others. We have to see them face each other to really know who's the best. And that's the truth. You guys have a good one. Peace.